NESCAFE. Música para la individualidad de un baile colectivo. Más NESCAFE.
Aquí con Kenny Scott. Acuérdense que The Crystal Method vienen de parte exclusiva de nosotros para celebrar nuestro primer aniversario. Thank you so much for coming, you guys. How are you guys?
Thank you. We're very excited. It's just our second time in Mexico City, and we're very excited. We love coming here.
Well, that's so cool. And you guys know that this is our first anniversary, so it's a very big event that you guys are really cool to come visit us.
Well, thanks for having us. It's a fantastic celebration, and like I said, you provide the alcohol and we'll provide the entertainment.
I do the same kind of deal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's do this, and then we can all go to the bar and see what's going on over there, the musicians and stuff. You guys also have a new album. It just came out actually recently, no? Pretty recently.
It came out in the States already, but I think it's out in maybe 1 week in Mexico, I think. So it's called Legion of Boom.
And which, by the way, we have like a really incredible remix that Eric Murillo did for you guys. Tell us a little bit about how that works, because we know you guys have done remixes and people do some for you guys. And how did you hook up with him?
Well, it was a coup. It was a coup. How would you describe a coup? It was a coup. It's like a bit of takeover. That wasn't, so it's not really like a takeover, but it was very lucky. It was we've been big fans of Eric's for a long time, and somebody that we've wanted to have remix us for the last 5-6 years, and Suzanne, who works with our management company, she contacted Eric and said that the guys are coming out with a new record and they have this new single that's fit for you perfectly, and he just turned in a monster of a mix, and we couldn't be happier with it.
This album was it recorded in the bomb shelter, whatever you guys called it, like the studio? I read about this. It was kind of like a bizarre, kind of futuristic, weird looking thing.
Well, it's like a little room that we built inside this 2-car garage, and it's sort of just, we're surrounded by gear and all the technical gadgets and computers and keyboards and drum machines and samplers, and so it's sort of it's become like a bomb shelter. It's like a little shelter, yes.
But you did record this album there.
Yeah, we've done all our albums there. It's probably going to be the last album we do. We're looking to move the studio, so...
Doesn't it have like a certain vibe or something?
But we'll bring a lot of the elements. We'll bring our tie-dyed sheet and our little crap table that's on the wall, you know. We'll bring all the stuff that made us feel good, but we'll leave all the stuff that we couldn't stand.
And where are you moving to? Why are you moving, actually?
Well, we need to upgrade. We need a place that's more conducive to studio work. And right now, the studio is in a house, and plus we want to move in between our two houses. So now it's really far for me. So we're just going to move the studio to where it's in between both of us.
Somewhere nice and neutral and comfortable and all that kind. This works. You guys have been working together for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been working together for 15 years.
Like thinking back.
I'm going back to the date. 15 years.
That was a while ago, since we would read in magazines, you know, that you guys were the new big thing that was coming to us, you know, and so much has happened since then, huh? How have you guys been taking all this movement, traveling around, playing, and doing all these shows?
Well, you get really good at flying and traveling, and you get good at packing quickly, and you get good at working on no sleep. But hey, this is Ken Jordan from the Crystal Method. We're so happy to be back here for a second time. We love you, Mexico! Yes!
wanted to ask you guys a little bit about tonight. You know, for us, we always hear that you guys' live show is so amazing and impressive, and there's so much going on. And tonight you're coming in as a DJ set, more like it. Why did you choose to do that here?
Well, we love to do live shows. The show that you've heard about as much as possible. I mean, we would love to bring that show down here, but the cost of it is just astronomical to do a one-off show. I mean, we just finished a tour of Canada and the U.S. And it's just too far of a detour to come down. Unfortunately, it's something that we've always wanted to do, but the DJ set, we'll play some songs from our records, and the energy will be there, and our approach to performing is there. We're energized by what we do. We work off the crowd, and our energy is transferred to them, and so I think although yes, it'll be good.
But the real reason that all you guys need to hear about this is they didn't want to, bring everybody down because it would cost us so many more drinks. You guys would have to drink a lot less. That's the truth, huh? Come on, tell us the truth. It's your fan.
Mexico might run out of alcohol if we brought our whole crew down.
That's true. That could happen. But you guys enjoy doing the DJ set as well, don't you?
Oh yeah, we love it. It's totally different, because we play a lot of our music, but a lot of other people's music as well, and it's more club friendly,
You do play other people's music?
Oh yeah.
And how do you choose who gets to be in your DJ set? Because it's a tough call.
Well, I mean, we DJ a lot, and so we're buying records all the time, and so I guess the people that get the first listens are our friends, like DJ Hyper and Adam Freeland and Elite Force and these other big breakbeat acts like that. But everyone gets a fair shot.
I was checking out that you guys have this whole thing. Maybe it was the person that wrote the article. Maybe it's true. I don't even know. You know how people always are misinterpreting stuff that is written in magazines. But that you guys weren't very much in... Well, maybe, yes, you are in touch, but you're not very much part of the movement that's going on in the whole European,
Well, I mean, as far as the DJ culture, I mean, the first 5 years of the band, we focused on being a band, putting out albums and singles and making videos and touring as a band, doing live shows, and it wasn't until about 3 years ago that we put out our first ever mix CD, DJ mix CD, and we had a lot of fun doing that. We used to DJ many years ago, but as far as the European dance scene, I mean, growing up in the States, living in the States, you're really separate from that. 80% of the records that we play are from the UK or Europe. So, I mean, we're in touch with the scene in that way. We loved a lot of the music that comes out of Europe and the UK, but it's just a whole different vibe between Los Angeles and America and London and the rest of Great Britain and Europe.
That's true, but in the States, we're always getting all these DJs, and they're mostly from Europe, and they've got this big thing that American people just don't even mess with the kind of music we know how to, they got this thing. But on the other hand, they do hip hop too.
That's true. But no, America has a really good, a real thriving dance scene, but it's not mainstream like the way it is in Europe. That's really the only difference. The dance scene is more underground in America.
But you would say it is at a good point, People do party. Well, people party all the time, everywhere in the world, every kind of music. But you would say it's going through a good moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Very healthy. Nightclubs are going off right now.
So you guys, since we gotta, our throats are all dry and stuff, we're gonna let you guys do your other interviews. We'll see you later on this evening, and well, thank you so much for coming to our anniversary.
Thank you so much for having us. We'll come back anytime. at the Camino Real, too.
Yeah, we'll have you sign that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Y ustedes pues no se muevan porque obviamente vamos a estar con The Crystal Method más adelante en la noche celebrando un grandísimo, un importantísimo evento para nosotros que es nuestro primer aniversario, así que no se vayan.
Congratulations, Más NESCAFE!
Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE. Exclusiva Más NESCAFE.
¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo están? Yo soy Kalinda y estamos aquí cotorreando bastante a gusto con Mike Moore de los Royal Gigolos y también con Martin, que andan un poco cansadones, pero igual van a peperpear con nosotros un poquito. How are you guys, aside from tired?
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired because we have a long travel behind us, but now we are in Mexico and everything is okay.
And you are in charge of kind of the job that a lot of you guys have is kind of taking care of these guys when they party a little too hard as well, no?
That's exactly my job, like taking care that we wake up exactly when we need to wake up, getting the flights we need to get, and all these kinds of things, you know? That's my job.
Tell me about, we know that this whole, I mean, you guys are known in a lot of places now, in a lot of places. In Mexico, especially for California Dreaming, we know that you had some issues there with the lyrics, and then they gave you the approval, and then they didn't. But who ended up doing them in the end?
I think this is a question for Martin.
A ver.
Yeah, that's from the law side. I think in that case, it's better talking to me. Now, the lyrics didn't be the problem because we first of all had the idea to use the original Mamas and Papas. And for sure then start some negotiations and big money been involved, and then we said no, we don't want to pay that big advances for just the Mamas and Papas, because we know we had some really good vocalists already doing the original, we sing the original vocals, and then from that case on it was for us more or less the point to market the Royal Gigolos and not the Mamas and Papas end of the day, because these guys had the idea, and we as a record company made it possible that it's coming to this record, and that was our main job, like try to get the clearance, and if not, for sure you have to find a way around it, and the way around it is always to find singers which are sound similar, and we've been really lucky that we found a team now of 4 persons, Mike, the other Mike, Tyson, the other DJ, and Melanie and Christian, the singers, and this is a brilliant combination for all of us.
Particularly that song, though. You know, there's so many songs that you can choose. What do you have, like a special connection to this song or something?
Yeah, for me it's one of my all-time favorite songs, and for my parents too. Yeah, and Mike, the other guy from the Royal Gigolos, make this song for 10 years ago, like a hardstyle version, techno version. And last summer we sit together in a garden and drink something and a barbecue or so. And then we have the idea, okay, we make a new version of the song, like a little bit smooth, good house version. And yeah, and that's it.
You, I assume, prepared something good for this evening, huh? It's you, but still represent, man. What are you preparing for tonight?
Yeah, and normally this night I must play in France, okay, but we say no, tonight, yeah, no, but Mike, the other guy from the Royal Gigolos, played this night alone, okay, and because I say it's very important to be here and in Mexico and to play here and to say thank you to all the people here in Mexico who support us, and and that's the reason why I'm here.
Have a new single aside from this, because people sometimes get a little bit stuck in the idea of seeing you do the same thing all the time. tonight the people that go to the party are going to see that that's not what you're about. You know how to do a lot of different things. But so tell me a little bit about the new single.
The new single, let me say, first of all, it's named No Milk Today. It's, again, following somehow the red line from the Royal Gigolos, like taking good 60s material, bring it to the current music situation, and even it's music which belongs to another generation, and we want to make it as well available for a new generation, but then with the new sounds of that generation, and that's the philosophy. The Royal Gigolos are not mainly just remixing old songs. We have an album in production as well, which shows us where the other part of the Royal Gigolos, their own writings, their own texts, and their own music, first of all, but as well the little red line in it is always like having this 60s touch in it, you know?
So cool, the 60s. Were you even born in the 60s? You weren't born, were you?
Born in the 70s, yeah.
So how come the 60s? Why didn't you get into a 70s kind of thing? Did the 70s... What about the 80s, man? Are you an 80s person or no?
I like the 80s, really, but it's normally a secret, but when you hear the album, perhaps it can be that some tracks in the 80s style, yeah.
They're kind of in it.
That do some things here, and I remember that. I can hear it in the 80s, but yeah.
Dude, I wasn't even around in the 80s, man. Do you guys as well do things apart from each other? Like, not as Royal Gigolos, do you have different projects aside from Royal Gigolos?
Normally I work as a resident DJ in Germany in big clubs, and the other guy, the other DJ, has some other groups. He produced Cosmonova and
he's starting to do another studio project. I don't want to talk about this yet. So
you don't want to tell all the people in Mexico yet.
yeah.
No, it's good to have secrets, but you don't even have time to work now, do you? And
I can tell you more in the next interview, perhaps.
From my side, business-wise, it's just the intention. You don't wake up sleeping dogs, you know, and that's why sometimes it's better even during this time where everybody starts, you know, going backwards in time, finding good material, because the current situation is, as well, like that's my personal opinion, that electronic and dance music is a little stucking in the moment on a certain point. Yeah, a little bit sometimes, because all the technic influences, they are not so heavily like 10 years ago, where the computer systems came up, like working with digital plugins, and everything is now established. So everybody has the same possibilities somehow, and everything was done. So now it's really trying to find a new way into dance and techno house. And
that's why not everybody's a DJ. Certain people, it's different to just go and put some records somewhere and to actually create music, no?
That's true, yeah.
So, guys, I'll let you guys go rest, because pretty soon we're going to start a kind of hardcore night, I think. Depends. Are you guys up for like a pretty intense night, or are you going to sleep out on us?
What do you say? I play hardcore music? I don't...
Are you going to party, man, later?
Yeah. Later, yeah. I think I sleep 1 hour or 2 hours maybe, and then I play my music, and I hope that the people enjoy it.
They will for sure, man. They've been waiting for you guys for so long. So thank you for this interview, and thank you for coming to visit all the people in Latin America.
It was really a pleasure.
Well,
for sure.
Well, thank you guys. See you later. Ustedes no se muevan porque todavía hay mucho más.
Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE. Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE.
Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos del concepto Más NESCAFE? Hoy sí estamos muy de lujo, porque en la quinta conexión del concepto Más NESCAFE tuvimos de invitado un invitadazazazo de lujo, que aquí está precisamente a mi lado, el señor Brian Transo, mejor conocido como BT. Brian, how you doing?
Really good, man. How are you?
Very fine, thanks. Actually, now this is the first words you're gonna give us after the show.
Yeah.
So basically, what's your feeling now?
Oh man, that was fantastic, dude. Every time I come to Mexico, it gets better and better. I love playing here so much, man. I just, like I was saying earlier, like I just wish I could hang out for a while and get some, what's it called, Oaxaca. Jeez, yeah.
So after 2 excellent hours, well, more than 2 hours of excellent set.
Right on.
So what do you want to tell? So what do you want us to know about Brian Transo in your music?
Man, you know, it's just a real honor for me to get to come and play here. You know, I love coming to Mexico and to Central and to South America. It's just awesome. And it's, you know, being an American, it's like we're this big connected country, and a lot of Americans don't get to come down and see what an amazing place this is, you know. And I just feel really honored to get to come here and play my music. That means so much to me, and I've worked on for my whole life, you know, so it's awesome, man. And people were going just nuts, dude.
Of course, you are part of the big elite of the top DJs in the world, and you know most of them, of course.
Yeah.
So I hope, or I suppose, that most of them already tell you about the Mexican crowd. Is that true?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, there's some places on the planet that have the most notoriously great crowds, and Mexico City is definitely one of them, you know? So, yeah, I mean, friends of mine like Sasha, Paul Van Dyke, you know, Deep Dish, Timo Maas, whoever, like a bunch of my friends are like, dude, you know, this is one of the places that always comes up. Mexico's just an amazing place, man.
In other hand, there's a lot of new stuff that BT is producing, a lot of new music, a lot of things. Here in Mexico right now, the thing you did with DJ Tiesto, the Love Comes Again track, is right now is one of the biggest tunes here.
Oh, I wish I'd known. I would have played it. I would have played it. Yeah, that was a blast to do, because it's funny. That's a funny story. Tiesto, last Winter Music Conference, he came up to me and he's like, man, I love that track of yours, Shame, from Moving to Still Life, from my album before last. And he's like, who's singing on that? And I was like, me. And he's like, no, shut up. Who's singing on it? I'm like, me. And he's like, are you kidding me? I was like, no, I swear to God. He goes, we sing on a track on my album. And I didn't think he was serious. And then he sent me a track, and I wrote that song around the track, and then I took the track out that he wrote, and I just wrote a really simple guitar thing and a melody and a lyric and stuff. And then I sent it back to him, and he put the whole thing together. It was so fun. It's like what I usually do with singers, I got to do. You know what I mean? Usually it's me, like, I have the singer in my studio, and I tell them, okay, sing this, sing that, you know, record them, and I got to just record the vocal and send it to him. Just a blast, man. Really cool.
After the single, so what is coming? What's next about the new productions?
There's a lot of stuff coming, man. I've got I've just scored a new film for Miramax called Underclassmen. It's coming out before Christmas. And then the last movie that I did, Monster, the soundtrack for it came out, and it's like one of my proudest achievements, because it's the first time ever I got to write for a DVD. So the whole thing is in surround sound. It's in 5.1, right? And it's 2.5 hours of music on a DVD, all mixed all the way through. So it's dope, dude. It's really cool. And it's all down tempo. It's not like, you know, banging house music or anything. It's all very slow, chill, atmospheric music. It's great, like Bottle of Wine and Your Girlfriend sort of album, you know what I mean?
You are one of the most multifaceted producers here because of course you're a great musician. You have a great idea of the trance, techno, electronic dance music, and also you're producing other things that maybe the fans never think that or never thought that BT gonna make.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. So what's this? What do you have in mind when you do all these different things?
It's just such a blessing, man, because I get to do. I've studied so many things growing up, and I love so many different kinds of music and painting and visual arts, and I just get to experiment with all these different things. It's amazing. One day I'm playing at a club for a couple thousand people in Mexico City, and the next day I stand with a baton and 110 classical musicians and conduct an orchestra, and then the day after that I paint something, and it's awesome, man. I'm never bored because I'm always getting to do things that honestly scare the crap out of me, and I love that. You know what I mean? It's like I'm constantly challenged. It's always like a new challenge, and so it keeps it interesting for me, man.
As a DJ, when you started to play, when you started your set, so I've been looking at you and I saw, okay, most of this music was produced by you. To make this mixture between greatest hits and to find the real way, a unique way to say to the people, hey, listen my music, listen this kind of show, which is very different as a DJ.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I mean, and it's like I said, it's constantly challenging, and you're constantly finding new things that are working together, and it's why I actually like to record these shows. I didn't record this tonight, but why I really like to record them, because I'll come off stage and I'll be all pumped up and people will be like, oh my god, that remix that you played, and I have no idea what I did, so I have to go back and listen to it. And by the way, I really enjoyed your set too, man. It was really good. It was a very good set.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So Mexico was very, very happy that you've been here. Thanks for being with us, celebrating our anniversary. Más NESCAFE is quite happy to have one of the greatest artists in the dance music scene, and not only dance music, so one of the best producers in all over the world here in Mexico, celebrating with us.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for your set.
Right on, it was an honor.
Thank you very much for experimentation. I guess that's the word to define a laptop symphony from BT. So, thank you very much. Gracias, amigos del Concepto Más NESCAFE. Aquí tiene el señor Brian Transó, BT, que vino a celebrar con nosotros la quinta conexión del concepto.
Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE. Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE.
Ok, amigos del Concepto Más NESCAFE, pues como no hay plazo que no se cumpla, y algo que habíamos prometido bastante era que aquí en México, y para ser más exactos dentro del Concepto Más NESCAFE, íbamos a tener unos invitados de lujo, que no solo por talentosos son de lujo, sino que son ídolos particularmente aquí en México. Estoy hablando precisamente de estos señores que tengo aquí a mi lado, que son Infected Mushroom. De este lado tengo a Amit y de este lado tengo a Eres y Amit. Hello guys, how you doing?
Very good, and you?
Very fine, very fine. How you doing, Eres?
Very good.
What's happening with Infected Mushroom around the world right now? So
now we come from a huge tour from Europe and from Brazil, and still continuing the partying like every day almost. And I don't know, it's a little bit crazy for us, and now soon we will start sitting on the new album to make the upcoming album.
Most of the people think that the people who makes dance music or in the dance scene or whatever it is, things that are not musicians. So in your case, it is. You are a musician. So what's the difference about that?
Well, Well, I think in every music, I don't see it as dance music or other kind of music. I think you must know how to play to make some complex music. Like you can do like monotonic or sound engineering music, but it will not sound the same if you don't know how to play. So I think in every music you need to play, and it helps me and him to make our music change every year, and hopefully can becoming better.
We've been having experience with other DJs, and of course everybody has something special to offer to the people. In this case, Infected Mushroom, what is offering to the people when the show it is?
When you see the show of Infected Mushroom, it's different from the album. The tracks is a little bit different. Eres played the keyboard, as you've seen on the sound checks, and additional melodies. I put the effects from the keyboard. Live singing is now new in the show. We have a new guitarist now in the show, but he didn't came because he needed to go to Israel. But this is another improvement. We're trying to be more as a band, not as two producers on like doing knobs and stuff that nobody understands. So it's more melodies, more stuff, and people can expect like to see a show and not to hear the album.
What is exactly the feeling of the new album?
For us, it's just a little bit different. If you say it's different, so for it makes us feel really good because we hope that people will think it's differently. And I don't know, for us, also the vocals, it's like a new sound for us. Like to make it's not only the words, or I cannot explain so much, in this thing. But I just think it's we're trying to be different and to invent new things in the trance scene.
Infected Mushroom have been in Mexico for so many times, and you are so loved by Mexican crowd. What is happening with your Mexican fans? Do you have any contact with Mexican fans about, I don't know, maybe your website or phone calls or DJ friends, something like that?
Well, first of all, to come to Mexico is always amazing for us. The first time we came, it was a 3,000-4,000 people party, and we didn't believe it. And then we've been in huge festival. The Mexican people receive us very well. About contacts with like fans, we have contacts with fans all around the world because there are a lot. So we try to sometimes communicate in the site of Infected Mushroom with some fans and a lot of Mexican fans as well. Sometimes we don't understand because of the Spanish, but we try to communicate. And hopefully we will come so many times again to Mexico because we really like to come here.
And the album, The Supervisor, now is number 6 in the top 10 sellers in Anglo chart in Mexico and the whole country. You are in the same place than rockers like the new release of U2 in Mexico, like very pop things like Britney Spears or Robbie Williams in the same panel, the top 10 charts. So
this is for us something funny, because you will not find it anywhere in the world. That's why like Mexico is like a unique scene around the world, and I think Brazil is becoming like that today. It's more like scenes that developed a little bit later with trance, but trance came really strong to the country, It's not like other countries like he mentioned before, the UK. The UK maybe trance is becoming a little bit bigger, but it's there for like 14 or 15 years already. So it's a difference, That's why Mexico is a space. For us to be in the top 10 chart, this is something like, we never believed that.
In the future plans for Infected Mushroom, is there any possible collaboration with anybody else or any other surprise about the music?
We're now working on the new surprises. We just moved to LA to produce the new album, and wait for the surprise. This is the first step for us, it's producing outside of Israel. This is the first album that's going to be produced outside in LA, and hopefully there will be a lot of surprises in this album.
You are from Israel, and in Mexico there's not too much information about Israel's sound. So what is happening in Israel about dance music or techno or trance music? Is it big?
Well, trance in Israel is like mainstream. Like you can say rock, you can say trance, you can say hip hop, you can say pop in the same word. You can see it in television, you can see it in parties for kids, you can see it in the army soldiers parties, so you can see it everywhere. So today is like really mainstream.
Thank you very much to have you here, to come and to show us about your new release and to give us the opportunity to enjoy you guys again. Bueno, amigos del concepto más NESCAFE, pues estos señores Infected Mushroom estarán precisamente hoy en la 7ª conexión del concepto más NESCAFE del año 1, pues lo podrán ver, el especial que va a salir de todo este showcase. Ellos son Infected Mushroom. Muchas gracias.
Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE. Exclusiva de Más NESCAFE.
Y justo con la celebración del evento Iberoamérica 01 que Más NESCAFE está realizando acá, pues tenemos uno de los invitados especiales, que es el señor David Ferrero. David,
¿cómo estamos? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás, Benja?
Pocas veces tenemos invitados especiales y ahora nos da mucho gusto que, como parte de un evento que se llama Iberoamérica 01 en el concepto Más NESCAFE, pues tenemos al señor Wally López aquí a mi lado. Wally, ¿qué tal?
Bien, ¿cómo estás?
Me estabas contando que ya había venido a México, pero habías venido a México antes como parte de un grupo. Me gustaría mucho que lo dijeras. A ver.
Pues sí, vine en el 96, estuve aquí pues haciendo todo tipo de televisiones, vuestro clásico de Siempre en Domingo, Ricardo Rocha, en vivo. Y, bueno, era un grupo yo creo que los primeros grupos, en España fue el primer grupo dance.
¿Qué ha sucedido con la escena española? El sonido español dio una vuelta a quienes por algún momento dominaban un poco la escena o la tenían como que acaparada.
Yo creo que los españoles hemos conseguido el por lo menos establecernos ahí, quedarnos en el circuito, ¿no? Que había un poquito ese miedo de será solo una moda y mañana nos dedicaremos a otra cosa. Yo creo que al final hemos conseguido estar en el circuito y ya somos parte más de la historia, ¿no?
Sí. House Park, ¿hacia qué perfil va y qué tipo de productores está trabajando?
Bueno, nosotros hace 6 años iniciamos Weekend Records, que fue la madre, donde salieron Wally López, Dr. Cucho, donde salimos nosotros, que éramos los propietarios, y Weekend estaba muy asociado a lo que habíamos montado para Wally, ¿no? Un poco más desarrollo de artistas de Wally.
El de Weekend fue los primeros que me ayudaron y me dejaron sus medios, y la verdad que estuvo muy bien. Lo que pasa es que ya decidí poner mi sello, que era la Factoría Discos, y me aparté un poquito, ¿no? Y ahora están en una época de cambios. La verdad que tenía ganas de sacar algo en Weekend, pero llevan tiempo sin sacar. Ellos mismos hace tiempo que no sacan muchas referencias, ¿no?
House Park al iniciar lo hemos hecho con productores españoles, pero por la cercanía, ¿no? Yo dejo aquí el email, ya sabes, en housepark.info. Bien sencillo, housepark como suena, .info. Ahí puedes entrar en la web, ahí tienes los emails. En cualquier info@housepark.info puedes dejar tu email, contactar con nosotros, llamar por teléfono a los teléfonos que ves ahí de distribución, tanto si eres productor como si eres también artista sello independiente que necesitas una difusión en España. Nos dedicamos a hacer distribución también.
¿Cómo pueden contactar a Wally López?
Es facilísimo. Yo me acuerdo que antes, cuando yo quería llevar una maqueta a alguien, era imposible, ¿no? Yo oigo a todas las maquetas que me dan, siempre que toco me viene gente con maquetas, las oigo todas. Hay una página web, www.wallylopez.com o www.lafactoriadiscos.com, y yo oigo todo, y si recibimos a todo el mundo, siempre estamos buscando algo nuevo, ¿no?
Perfecto, David, muchas gracias por venir acá a México, gracias por todo lo que nos vas a llenar hoy de música, precisamente en la fiesta de Iberoamérica 01. Pues muchas gracias, Wally. Esto es el concepto Más NESCAFE.
Continuamos en el NESCAFest y estamos con otro más de los protagonistas de esta noche. Es Jerry Bonham. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
How do you feel to be here in Mexico?
Right now, I'm pumped. I'm very excited.
Have you ever been here before?
I've been in Mexico City many times, yeah, and in Mexico in general.
Playing in Mexico and all the stuff.
Yes.
What do you think about the Mexican crowd?
They are always up to have a good time. Never have a bad time in Mexico.
I remember the last time you came, we talked a little bit, and I saw you performing
and I love that. So I heard a couple of great songs, and I say, yeah, and actually I saw and I say, yeah, Jerry Bonham is playing great, and for sure has to be here on NESCAFest. And now we are so happy, we are so glad that you came here, and now you're gonna give us your music. But in other hand, we would like to know more about your career. We know that you've been passing through the years and through the music, and making and being part of the changes in the music. What is happening since Jerry Bonham started till now?
I mean, I started DJing in 1976, and I was playing disco and went through the new wave period. Started with Chicago and Detroit Deep House, and so I mean, when you've been DJing for that many years, the music does change, but I think the feeling of the party is the same. Bottom line, people just want to come out and have a good time, spend some time with their friends, get into the music and dance.
In the commercial, maybe that you saw on TV, this guy is saying Jerry Bonham, not always predictable beats, but always effective. That's what he says, and
I like that actually. Yeah,
really,
that's true. Well, yeah, I mean, I try to play a lot of different styles of music. I don't play just one sound. I like all kinds of music, so I try to play all kinds of music as well.
Jerry, with your musical past, which persons could be your heroes, your personal heroes in music?
From the 70s, Michael Graber, Robbie Leslie, Roy Thode. Later on, one of my all-time favorite DJs is Laurent Garnier. He is amazing. Again, he's a DJ that isn't afraid to take chances and play different styles of music, in one night. And I love that.
And right now, which could be an interesting project for you?
Well, right now, projects that I'm doing right now, I'm in the studio with my friend Reza. I work with my friend Raymond in Germany. So I'm really just in the studio making music right now and on the road DJing.
How are the talks between you guys? I mean, you talk about music only, or you talk about planes and travels and cities and people?
Talk about girlfriends or boyfriends or, music as well, but that's probably the last thing we talk about.
And do you interchange albums, vinyls, CDs, music? I imagine that.
Sure. I mean, it's all about sharing what you have. So everybody shares tracks with, you share your music with your friends.
Jerry, I want that you know that this night will be awesome for you. The people here on the concert on NESCAFE and in this festival are just great. Felix the House Cat is playing right now, and I tell you, man, it will be awesome.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for inviting me.
Jerry, thanks a lot for coming.
My pleasure.
Jerry Bonham aquí en NESCAFE en el NESCAFest.
Más NESCAFE.
Bueno, y ahora estamos ni más ni menos que con uno de los estelares de esta noche del NESCAFest, y es Felix the House Cat. Felix, how do you feel here in Mexico again?
I feel good, baby. You know why I feel good?
I know what it's feel good.
I feel good.
And you look good.
No, man. I woke up, I flew here. I left 6 o'clock in Chicago. I got a 4-hour flight. I landed here. Got me some tequila, and now I'm rocking, baby.
So you're live from Chicago. This is Felix the House Cat. Your songs have sung a lot here in Mexico, in the radio stations, in the show.
That's beautiful.
You're a huge artist here. A lot of people came to see you tonight.
That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
What's going on right now with your career? How do you feel with the thing about Felix the House Cat and the Electro Clash, the king of that, and all that stuff? Do you feel comfortable with that stuff, with that kind of name
names?
No, I don't. I never like being labeled as a king of anything, because it's too much pressure, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, like I started off doing like house when I was like 15. I was doing house music. Then I started doing like wild pitch and like more like tech house. And then the electro came in, and then magazines got a hold of that.
Yeah.
And they start calling it electro clash. To me, electro is electro. You know, and what happened was when I was working with Miss Kitten and stuff, you know, we had made that album like 2 years before way before the word electro even started. Even like when the album came out, the word electro came like, electro clash came like 6 months later. So, you know, I look at electro clash like a movement, you know, like a scene, which is good, you know. It's like a movement, you know. I don't look at it as a sound of music. I look at it more so as like a movement of people coming together, you know, with their glitter and they look like furry.
But do you feel the electro clash like a temporary movement or like a genre or something like? I mean, you say that you don't consider the electro clash like a genre, but what do you think about it? Do you think it's temporarily?
Well, I think when the press gets hold of a name, like Electroclash, the press made that name.
It was Larry T.
I was going to say DJ Hell. DJ Hell made it first, then Larry T stole it.
Larry T, yeah.
So it was a big fight. So once the hype broke out, then the press got hold of it. Then they said, okay, this is Electroclash. And once press gets hold of something, I believe that everything has a time, you know, in a span, you know. So I said to myself, my whole career, I've always been labeled as Electroclash, Wild Pitch, Techno. I've always been labeled. Yeah. And I always said to myself, you know, I'll never be caught with a label, because when that label dies, you die with it. Now, when it comes with the scene electro, I think it's stronger than ever. But right now, you got like LCD sound system, you got like rock, you got funk, you got acid, you got like disco polo. It's like a hybrid.
Yeah, of course.
And it's beautiful, you know, because there's no rules. And I think it's amazing. I think it's just going to grow and grow. Like me, go ahead, what was you going to say? You the story, you the star.
Which kind of artist right now make you feel excited about?
Well, when I first met Kitten, when I wanted to work with her, she made me, like, the first time I heard of her, like, before it even blew up, was a song called Frank Sinatra. And this was before it was, like, popular. It, like, just came out. And I was in Atlanta, I was in St. Louis. This dude, Tommy Sunshine, he was DJing it. And I was like, what is this? This is Miss Kitten. I said, who is that? It's this track called Frank Sinatra. And right when I heard it, I said, I want to work with her. It took me like 2 years to find her. Because DJ Hell wouldn't give her up to me. Like, DJ Hell wanted to keep him to herself. Exactly.
She is mine.
Exactly. Okay. I respect her for that. I'd be the same way, you know? So I seen Miss Kitten at a festival, and I said, hey, you want to go in the studio? And she said, yeah. And she was a fan of my stuff. I was a fan of hers. So, like, she was the first time, like, when I heard someone really excited me when I wanted to work with someone.
But you used to have some kind of special relation in your work. A lot of tracks, a lot of appearance. Even in your album, it shows you a call at Miss Kitten's house and the answer machine and all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
Are you good friends?
Okay, I tell you something. In the beginning, we were really good friends. She's really shy. She's not used to the spotlight. You understand? So it's kind of difficult for her. So people misread her wrong. People be like, Miss Kitten, you know, she's bitchy. I love her, but she's bitchy. That's what people say. But she's just shy. You know what I mean? Yeah. She doesn't know how to handle the spotlight. So we worked together. She was really shy and quiet and very sweet. Yeah. And then when Silver Screen came out, I don't think she expected to do what it did. Okay. So once it exploded, you know, and the record company came in and took over control, she didn't like that. So when the company took control, she didn't like it, then me and her fell out. She thought it was me. So we were like two cats.
Okay.
You know, and then
the cat and the kitten.
Yeah, the cat and the kitten. So after I explained what I saw in New York, I said, you know, it's not me. So I have no control over the record business. And she understood that. Now we're friends again. Now if we're gonna work together again, I don't know. You know, I asked her after Kittens and Glitz. I said, you want to do something? She was right. She said, let's just leave it special the way it is. She did her thing and I did my thing.
And do you like her?
Yeah, I like her new album. It's nice.
Icon.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a great album.
It's cool. It's hot.
Listen around, look at me. shrinking my glass.
Happy hour, sun shower, 808s, gives you power. Happy hour, sun shower, 808s, gives you power.
Tell me something. A friend of mine interviewed you a couple of months ago, and you told him that you didn't play anymore with vinyls. Now you play with CDs because Armand Van Helden told you that the CDs are a good choice. And you say that to my friend. Is it true?
No, what happened? I had a gig with Armand in Greece, and I was all vinyl. And Armand Van Helden, if anyone knows Armand Van Helden, he's like vinyl purist. Like if you go to his house in New York, he got like wall vinyl and wall vinyl. He has vinyl everywhere. So I'm at the gig, I'm not at the gig, I'm at the hotel, we're about to go, and I'm sitting with my case of records, and he walks up with a little silver case, like James Bond. He has a suit
almost a iPod or something like that.
I said, what's that? He said, hey man, I'm all CDs. I said, you all CDs? He said, yeah. I said, you're kidding me. I said, Armand Van Helden, all CDs? He said, yeah. And I said to myself, if Armand Van Helden could switch with technology, I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, I said, I'm going to do the same thing.
Now you're playing with CDs?
I'm all CDs because I travel so much, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm only home
it's
like...
heavy.
It's too heavy, man. My sets are much better on CDs.
Felix, what will we see tonight here on NESCAFE?
What you want to hear, baby? Which one do you hear? What you want to hear?
Everything. I want to hear everything. An 8-hour set. No, like Danny Tenaglia. Felix Tenaglia, something like that.
No, you know what? Tonight, I'm really excited. Like the people here are so beautiful. I don't say that in every country I go to. And the people here are so beautiful, really amazing. So I'm going to try to fit everything I know in 2 hours. I'm going to try. It's going to be very difficult.
And tell me something. Do you like my country?
Do I like your country?
Yeah.
You're supposed to say, do you love?
Do you love my country?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. I have a huge crush on Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Is she Mexican?
To Salma Hayek?
Yeah. You know
do you like Salma? No, of course.
You ever meet
She
her?
used to do here a soap opera. It's called Teresa.
Yeah, if you ever see her, tell her.
Meow. Nah, it's great. Do you love Salma Hayek?
I love her.
What do you want to say to Salma Hayek right now?
Hi.
Hi, my name is
She's not gonna see this, but how you doing, son?
Felix, thanks a lot.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Nice to see you
didn't even
again.
know I was doing it. I didn't even know this was happening.
This is a great thing. Say hi to Más NESCAFE.
Say that again.
Más NESCAFE.
Más NESCAFE. Peace.
Felix
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Do you like the movie?
I love the new Star Wars.
Oh,
you didn't like it?
No, it's great.
He was like, I hate you.
Favorite one.
Did you see when he was off, his legs was cut off? That was hardcore.
Don't tell the end to the people.
Oh, okay. I want to do that.
Darth Vader is the father of Luke. No, it's Luke's father.
Did you know him?
No, yeah.
Darth Vader's his father? Did you know that?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I think. Okay, Felix, thanks a lot again.
Stay out of trouble.
Okay, you too. Felix Ajauscat, aquí en Más NESCAFE en el NESCAFE.
Más NESCAFE, ¿qué podemos decir más? Hemos dicho muchas cosas. El NESCAFE ha sido... No así, o sea, es una de las consagraciones más importantes para el concepto Más NESCAFE. Llevamos casi 2 años y con esto de veras se consuman muchas cosas, como un parteaguas. Tenemos de eventos que veníamos realizando como una vez al mes o cada 2 meses y a este macroevento en donde ahora ya nos han reportado que tenemos un poco más de 3,000 personas que vinieron a este NESCAFE y que todavía tenemos gente en la puerta. Estamos encantadísimos, pero eso no es todo. Lo que realmente está sucediendo y estamos muy muy contentos es que tenemos la visita de talentos extranjeros y justo aquí a mi lado está el señor Said Junan. Said, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So you just arrived a couple of minutes ago. Maybe you're gonna start playing in maybe a couple of hours. But what do you think about the party? You already saw what is happening inside, and what do you think about?
Well, that's one of the reasons I actually came early, a couple hours early, to check out
the crowd, check out Scene, see my boy Felix spin, see Chusin Sabalo spin. It's a great event. It's almost like being at the conference, really, with all these talents here. Great vibe, great energy, sound systems, wicked. Can't complain. Mexico always got going on.
But last week you was at the festival in Brazil. Was it last week?
I was at Brazil actually twice. I did one festival last month, and I did another gig in last month also. The first one I did was I headlined an event for 6,000 people at a Transamerica, a big stadium. Kind of like tonight, maybe if you push everything back a little further, it's a huge place. It was amazing with projectors and everything. It was a great party.
And well, I saw you down there with Felix. You were looking what is happening with the crowd. Of course, as a DJ, it's one of the most important things that have to make before play. Of course, you gotta come and check the people and check how's everything, the equipment, if everything. For example, Felix, when he saw the mixer, he said, "Well, I was looking for another mixer. For me, this is difficult, but I'm gonna do it." So, what do you think before you start to play?
To me, really, DJing is just like being in a kitchen and cooking, Like you said, you watch the crowd, you're looking at the crowd, your crowd is your food that's on the stove, that's cooking. If you don't watch it, you don't know where it's going, it's going to burn out, And your equipment is the stuff that you're using to cook that food with, which is you got to make sure you have the right appliances, the right equipment. So everything really comes to play, and that's what I like doing. I like to come early, see the kind of stuff I'm going to be working with, test out the monitors. They added extra monitors tonight, which I'm glad they did, and see what kind of mixer they have, what effects processors, make sure all the effects processors are connected to all the turntables as well as the CDJs 1000, and it's good. I think every well-minded DJ does that, comes in, checks out the crowd, see how the room is, see where the DJ before him is taking the crowd, so you can maintain that balance, you maintain that energy of the floor. Because you don't want to come in 5 minutes before your set, you don't know what the DJ before you was playing, you don't know what the crowd was feeling, and bam, sync the whole place, So it's the right thing to do. Every DJ should definitely do it.
And right now, your side as a producer and your side as a part of a record label, what is coming from Said Yunan right now?
Well, I've got a lot of stuff. I've started my own digital label called Yunan Music. You can find this stuff on Beatport, iTunes, Napster. It's great. I mean, the stuff that I'm doing right now with the label, signing a lot of people from South America, signing a lot of people from all over the world. I think the digital route is the way to go right now with all the MP3, but legit downloads, not piracy, not stealing from other people. But definitely, go to the legit store. It's only like $1.50. Anybody can fork that out. You get a legit track. You're helping the artist. You're helping the label. A lot of these artists are already not making enough money, so why go and take, something of their own? It's like coming into your house and stealing something and not, giving you money for it. So that's one of my big babies right now is Yunan Music. I'm also got a new mix compilation that's going to be coming out on Star 69 Records. That's going to be out in September, and it's going to be basically of all my production and remixes mixed together by me. So people don't only get to hear my mixing ability, but also my production ability, all in one bundle, all in one package. So that's going to be out in September. And if they need to find out more, everything's on yunanmusic.com or siteyunan.com. It's usually updated with all where I'm going to be, where I'm touring and everything.
So you as a DJ and producer, what could be the most important advice that you can tell to everybody, to these novel DJs who are starting to produce, who are starting to maybe making mix sessions, who are starting in their career?
Best advice actually to be original, of course. Of course, every DJ has their mentors, has their god DJ that they look after, but don't copy exactly what the DJ you look at. Like, for example, Danny Teneglia is one of my idols. He's one of my teachers. I take a little bit of him and I give it my own little twist, the whole tribal, techno, progressive thing. I think every DJ should definitely find their niche, find what they're very good at, take that and develop it and work at it to become something special, to become something original, but also take a little bit from all your favorite DJs that you really look up to. I'm sure that every DJ out there was inspired some way or another by another DJ, and it's why they're doing it today. So, but take that and give it your own little twist and be original, and that's I think that's the best advice I can give.
So tonight, Mr. Junan is in Mexico, and tonight, Mr. Junan gonna show us what it's about his sound. So thank you, Más Nescafe. Thank you, Nescafest, and thank you for being here, Mister. And thank you for giving us your music.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take it. Peace.
Entonces, Más Nescafe.
Fuck you.
Estamos en el NESCAFest y estamos a nada de escuchar el set, un set aparte bastante larguito que vamos a disfrutar de Chus y Ceballos, estos españoles que ya bien conocemos en el concepto Más Nescafé de nuestro país y que están de nueva cuenta con nosotros. ¿Cómo están, muchachos?
Preparados para la fiesta, totalmente.
Ese es Chus y acá está Ceballos.
Buenas noches, aquí preparaditos ya para darle.
Pues bueno, Benja, ya estamos, como ellos bien dicen, preparaditos. ¿Cómo se sienten de estar de nueva cuenta en México? ¿Les gustó tanto la vez pasada que ya sin duda van a regresar las veces que sea necesario?
Nos sentimos como en casa, bien recibidos, bien tratados, con el calor de la gente, mejor imposible.
Ahora también, por otro lado, como bien comentaste, estamos a unos minutos ya de que ellos empiecen su set. Esto lo comentamos en la conferencia de prensa, pero para toda la gente del concepto Más Nescafé de televisión que no ha visto y no se ha enterado, ¿qué va a pasar hoy con Chus y Ceballos? ¿Qué va a pasar?
¿Van a sangrar las bocinas?
Bueno, lo de siempre. Van a sangrar las vecinas y van a bailar hasta las cucarachas.
Sonó diferente, ¿ves?
Sí, la verdad es que si algo nos caracteriza nuestra música es de lo bien que conectemos con el público, lo rápido que la gente nos entiende y los hacemos bailar a ellos. O sea que hoy será un día más. Vamos a presentar también además algunas novedades, como la nueva remezcla que hemos hecho para Deep Dish del tema Say Hello, que es un auténtico hit.
Qué bien.
Y va a ser una exclusiva total y absoluta porque es un disco que todavía no ha salido. Lo hemos puesto creo que una vez la semana pasada. Y bueno, eso entre otras cosas, ¿no? Mucho nuevo material de estéreo, tribal, house, electro.
O sea, va a ser una noche de estrenos y de estar hasta arriba. Además, hay que decirlo, no estar hasta arriba en cierto punto de la noche, sino iniciando el festival, ¿no? Ustedes escogieron empezar el festival, lo quisieron así, como para entrar con todo, o cómo fue la idea.
Porque normalmente la experiencia propia que tengo en estos festivales es que hasta que realmente empieza la fiesta tarda mucho tiempo, ¿no? Pues qué mejor que empezar ya directamente. Que la gente que entre no tenga tiempo de aburrirse, o sea, que ya directamente entra y se encuentra ya con todo el tomate, ¿no?
Empezar con el plato fuerte, ¿va?
Empezar con la carne directamente.
Oigan, pues de verdad estamos muy contentos de que estén visitando nuestro país de nueva cuenta y además de la gente que nos va a poder disfrutar esta noche, más de 4,000 personas aquí en el NESCAFest. ¿Qué le quieren decir al público mexicano que poco a poco se familiariza más con sus nombres?
Que vengan a vernos aquí ya, que vengan. O sea, este dentro ya está lleno, pero creo que queda un poquito de espacio para alguien más. O sea, que vengan todos aquí hoy.
Vamos a tener, una muestra más de que vamos a tener Chus y Ceballos en México para rato.
Siempre. Se van a cansar de nosotros.
Pues vamos a ver si ustedes no se cansan primero de nosotros, porque ya vieron cómo es el público mexicano aprendido, ¿no?
¿Qué pasa, güey? No.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias, Benja.
Muchas gracias, estamos celebrando todos. Esto es NESCAFest, los señores Chus y Ceballos, justo minutos antes de que se suban. Así que NESCAFest, una vez más.
Exclusiva de Más Nescafé. Exclusiva de Más Nescafé.
Amigos de Telehit y de Más NESCAFE. Lo habíamos prometido y aquí estamos con él. Es súper chumbo. Está aquí con nosotros Tom Stefan. Primero que nada, darle la bienvenida a México una vez más. Es la cuarta vez que visita México. Es la primera vez que está aquí en Guadalajara. Y bueno, la verdad es para nosotros gratificante tenerlo aquí dentro de Más NESCAFE. Antes que nada, darle la bienvenida a Tom Stefan. Welcome to Guadalajara. Welcome to Mexico. It's the fourth time that you stay here. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm glad to be back. I've had some really good parties in Acapulco and Mexico City before. This is my first time in Guadalajara, and I'm looking forward to it.
Tom Stefan, we are going to give you some questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is Tom Stefan. Él es Tom Stefan, Super Chumbo en Más NESCAFE.
Más NESCAFE. I'm from New York, but I live in London, England. I've been there for about 15 years now. And I started DJing over there. I was really inspired by the music that I was hearing in New York City, and they weren't doing it in London, so I started doing it in London. And I'm signed to Twisted Records. I record under the name Super Chumbo. The most recent record I did as Super Chumbo was a track I did with Salida called Dirty Filthy. And that's from my forthcoming album, Wowie Zowie, which is an album of totally new original Super Chumbo material. I'm very excited about it. It's coming out in June, on the 14th of June, on Twisted Records. I would describe the music that I play as house music. To me, it's all about house music. But I guess the Super Chumbo sound is defined by drums, lots of drama, a little bit twisted, a little bit dark, and more about the bottom end, kind of the guts of the music, you know, as opposed to maybe trance music is more about melodies and high end, kind of more about the, you know, the bass and the bottom end. And it's just really, that's the music that inspires me, and it's the music that makes me want to move. And so that's the music that I play. My fourth time to Mexico, and I've had some really good times here in the past. Living in Mexico City is an amazing club. The crowds have been really crazy, and they love lots of drums and lots of drama, and that's really what I'm all about. And so I just want to say a big thank you. I was just told that Dirty Filthy's on the new compilation of yours, The Best DJs in the World, and I mean, thank you. That's very cool. Glad to hear it. Keep it dirty and filthy. So thank you very much for having me on tonight. It's going to be a great night here at Monica's, and thanks for having me on Más NESCAFE.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí el concepto Más NESCAFE. Pues una vez más estamos con uno de los íconos de la música electrónica pues más importantes del mundo, claro que sí, y pues también un ícono de la música neoyorquina. Y estoy con el señor Peter Rahofer. Peter, how are you?
Hi.
Is it really a difference between the Mexican crowd and the other crowds in all over the world?
A lot of DJs travel around and people are used to hear new music and different music, so it's getting better and better, you know. It's like everywhere I go, people know what they get.
How is a Peter Rahofer day? What do you do in a normal day?
I work a lot. I'm a lot in the studio, I'm a lot traveling. When I'm in New York, I'm in my office at the Star 69 Records office. I'm always busy. There is the typical Peter Rahofer day is a busy day.
Is it coming another new production, but of Peter Rahofer, but as an artist?
No, not as an artist. I always have a lot of remixes to finish, and I basically have no time at the moment to do something on my own, you know. But I have it planned maybe for the end of the year. I remixed everybody I wanted to remix already, and Mariah Carey was one of the last people I did not remix, you know. So I don't think there is anyone left anymore. Maybe there was Sade I wanted to remix, but she's very difficult because she does not like her stuff to be remixed.
Basically, a set of Peter Rahofer, how do you define?
It's difficult to define because I play a little bit different everywhere I go. I'm not one of those DJs who plays and doesn't care, you know, if people are dancing or not. So I always, because a DJ is an entertainer, my sets are always full of energy, you know, and it doesn't matter what time of the night it is. I always try to have the energy and keep the people going, you know. But mainly my set is like up. Everything is high. I basically, I don't do anything special before I spin, because sometimes it excites me to make it spontaneous, you know. Sometimes on purpose I don't prepare for things because I want to let it happen as it happens, you know.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Gracias, amigos. Esto es Más NESCAFE.
Hey, this is Peter Rauhofer and you're watching Más NESCAFE.
Porque como bien saben, el concepto Más NESCAFE está haciendo en la Ciudad de México un evento con Armin van Buuren, que viene a presentar su disco State of Trance 2005 y que viene, es más, a presentar toda la gama de sector trance, que es el nuevo subsello de Más Label en el que se está editando todo este género. Así que, pues el señor que está aquí a mi lado, uno de los señores más importantes de la escena electrónica, es el señor Armin van Buuren. Armin, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Very good, thanks. First of all, thanks for being here in Mexico with us, celebrating all the music. We, of course, the Más NESCAFE concept love the dance music scene, and now you are coming to be a real important part of this party.
Oh, I'm really excited to be here. To me, it feels like I'm here for the first time. Mexico City, you know, it's. I flew in here, and I'm really excited to play here tonight for the people. It's a new market for me.
What about being the DJ number 3 in the very well-known DJ list in the world?
It's a great honor, but nothing else, you know. It's great to be voted by the people for, to be number 3 DJ in the world. I think it's great, you know.
Do you ever imagine all these things, what are happening right now?
No. You know, if I'm sitting here, it all seems like a well-thought-through plan, you know? There was a whole plan behind this. That's not true. I was a law school student making some records that were very successful. And I was playing all over the world all of a sudden. I was supposed to be a lawyer, and I ended up being a superstar DJ. Actually, this is the album where I first really started to work on lyrics, writing lyrics as well. I mean, I've been producing for pretty much 15 years, and now I'm really into vocals, you know, writing vocals, which is songs are a new thing for me. So I'm really excited about the new album. The first 2 singles have been top 40 in Holland. The second single is now top 10 even, so it's really exciting.
How do you decide to collaborate with somebody? So it's maybe as an artist, maybe sometimes you have the idea, oh, if I'm gonna make a collaboration, I want to make it with somebody very important. Or maybe sometimes this happens, but how it happens, your collaborations?
Well, first of all, I can't sing. So most of the collaborations on my album are vocalists. And I only want to work with a vocalist that really understands and appreciates dance music. So, and then I think it's very important, if you work with somebody on a creative level, you have to click on a friendship level, you know, really good.
And to finalize this, the big question, I guess. You as a part of this music industry, what's gonna happen with the music industry? What do you think gonna happen?
Well, everything's changing right now due to the internet. I think that's what you mean. I think the most important thing is that there's a lot of people talking really negative about the music industry, but I think we have to remember that people will always want to listen to music. Music will never go away. It's just, you know, the whole industry is going into a restructuring model right now, which will take about 10 to 20 years, I think. It's going to take a long time. I think record companies will change from companies that make products and promote it to marketing companies.
Muchas gracias otra vez por estar con nosotros y hacer posible que señores como él vengan aquí a la comunidad y que sean parte de toda esta celebración de la música electrónica. Esto es Más NESCAFE, cultura electrónica.
Hey people, I'm Armin van Buren from Holland. I'm in Mexico and you're watching Más NESCAFE.
Este programa de verdad está muy completo y les tenemos una entrevista que sé que muchos de ustedes esperan porque ya lo conocen bien y pues muchos ya tuvieron esta oportunidad de verlo aquí en nuestro país. Está con nosotros Willy San Juan, directamente de Barcelona, España. ¿Cómo estás, Willy? ¿Cómo te sientes aquí en México?
Pues me siento muy bien, la verdad. Me están tratando bien y no me puedo quejar en absoluto.
Ya estás aquí y te la estás pasando muy bien en nuestro país, ¿no, Benja?
Claro, además de que, pues bueno, Willy estás en uno de tus momentos importantes, creo, de tu carrera. Ya hemos tenido oportunidad de platicar y me has contado más o menos cómo te iniciaste, cómo te dio por venir desde España al Winter Music Conference y empezar a picar piedra y conocer a la gente. Pero pues, nos gustaría que nos cuentes un poquito cómo sucede el inicio de Willy San Juan.
Es que en televisión es muy difícil, porque el tiempo es reducido.
Aprender la Biblia.
Pues más que nada empecé con 18 años, tengo 34 y bueno, pues dicen que la experiencia es un grado y bueno, pues quisiera sobre todo mandar un mensaje a todos aquellos que están empezando sobre todo y que tienen ahora pues 20 años, que no crean que van a estar de la noche a la mañana, que esto no es una profesión de la que subes rápido, sino que subir cuesta mucho y bajar se puede hacer en cualquier momento. Entonces hay que ir con mucha calma y dando pasos pequeños pero firmes y bueno, pues poco a poco, pues a base de tocar en muchos lugares, de producir discos, de tal, pues bueno, todo eso te va dando una experiencia y eso es en lo que se basa en nuestro trabajo, pienso yo, como casi cualquier otro trabajo, ¿no? Siempre es cuanto uno mayor es y cuanto más experiencia tiene es.
Con toda la experiencia que tienes, Willy, y con lo que ya has recorrido en el camino y tocando en tantos lados y bueno, pues dedicándote a esto, como bien dices, desde hace mucho tiempo, ¿te imaginaste algún día tener una canción sonando en México y sobre todo tener como la atención de tanta gente por tu llegada? Porque al final del día pues sí hay expectativa de mucha gente porque pues son de esas canciones que funcionan tan bien que la neta es que pues, estamos muy contentos de tenerte, ¿no? ¿Te lo imaginabas?
La verdad, por supuesto que no. El tema es un tema que, bueno, pues que escribimos Clara da Costa y yo en una tarde en el estudio y coproduje con Eddie Amador. Él estaba viviendo en Ámsterdam entonces pues bueno, pues fuimos intercambiando ficheros y él hizo un remix sobre las partes que yo le empecé a enviar, entonces me lo devolvió, seguimos trabajando en el tema y la verdad es que nunca pensé que el tema pudiera llegar donde está, incluso ahora que lo ha firmado Yoshitoshi los Deep Dish para todo el mundo, ¿no? Se ha creado la licencia mundial, entonces eso es una cosa importante también que seguirá, aunque más label tenga aquí o el sector tenga la licencia en México, pues eso también le va a dar muchísimo empuje, puesto que saldrán remezclas y cosas, ¿no? Entonces el tema en sí, pues bueno, pues es un tema divertido que habla, yo no sé si mucha gente se habrá dado cuenta, pero es un tema que tiene un cierto componente sexual incluso, pues que Clara figura que es un disco y entonces pues dice, toca Touch My Groove, ¿no? Spin Me, Twist Me, o sea, retuérceme, dame vueltas, empújame.
Muchas gracias, Willy. Por último, nada más mándale un saludo a toda la gente que está viendo aquí en México y además en Latinoamérica.
Bueno, pues un saludo a todo el público que me ha estado apoyando durante estos 3-4 años y bueno, pues esperemos que no sea la última vez que nos veamos, todo lo contrario y